Hi friends, evolving guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for following along with our collection journey. So this is an exciting day. We have Surging Sparks now on the shelves. It officially released on Friday, November 8th. It is the next main series set of the Scarlet and Violet era. It is set number 8, main series set number 8. There are the specialty sets that we've also had. So here, as you can see, is a booster box of Surging Sparks. I'm recording this on Friday the 8th, which is release day, and I was out and about today to see what was on the shelves. I don't do a lot of out and about recording, or really any out and about recording. I know other channels do that, but I'm curious if you're finding Surging Sparks. I had a lot of luck today finding Surging Sparks. I mean, you do have to kind of be on the ball, of course, and know that this is release day and know when your store's open. I was out and about last night, actually. On my way home from work, I had a late meeting, and so I was coming home from work a little later than usual, and I stopped by Target and Walmart, and both of them had Surging Sparks on the shelves, which is not surprising. So that's just a little tip, a little pro tip, is that the night before release at some of the big box stores, they may have set things out. I know some people have been finding Surging Sparks even earlier than that, but I know at least to kind of, you can guarantee that a lot of times, although I've seen on Twitter, some people have not been seeing Surging Sparks at their big boxes yet, so maybe I'm just lucky. But anyway, I saw Surging Sparks last night. I didn't pick any up last night. I did find some other interesting products, which if you check out the channel, there's another video. If it's not up yet, it will go up soon, of some other things I found at Target when I was checking out the shelves for Surging Sparks. But today I was out and about, and yeah, I felt pretty pleased. This product, I mean, Surging Sparks, as you probably know, pre-release pricing on Surging Sparks has been a little crazy. It's been a lot higher than typical. I mean, usually you can expect Surging Spark or any, set. Again, we know that MSRP on a booster box is $161. That is what you would pay for it on the Pokemon Center, although Surging Sparks has been sold out of the Pokemon Center. And I know that's not maybe completely surprising, but anytime this product has popped up at other places, it has sold out. It was pre-sold out, at least as far as I could tell, on GameStop. I didn't do any pre-orders of Surging Sparks. I was just going to try my luck out there in the wild today, and I was pretty lucky. We have quite a few. We have about a half dozen GameStops kind of in the small city where I live, and so I started my day at one of the GameStops, and it seemed like I was the first person there, and he had his box of Surging Spark stuff. And I wasn't sure exactly what product I was going to pick up. I was mostly there because I wanted the promo, the pre-release, or not really pre-release promo, the release promo, the stamped promo that comes with, this time there's exclusive promos with Best Buy, GameStop, and Pokemon Center. There are 2-pack promos also, which are bundled together. Actually, I should probably grab those. Sorry, this is a really high-tech operation. So anyway, this pre-release, it's stamped with the Horizons, which I think is one of the shows. I actually don't follow the shows, so I don't know. But anyway, this is my GameStop promo. So this comes with a purchase of, it really varies. Like some stores don't have a purchase minimum. They just let you pick one of these up for buying any Pokemon products. Some require you to buy Surging Sparks, some require you $15, some $25. I've had all different sort of treatment in the store, but this guy was saying $25 minimum. I think the website says, the Pokemon website says $15, but in any case, yeah, I was sort of deciding what to buy, and he said, oh, hey, he mentioned, he was like telling me what products they had there behind the counter. They weren't out displayed yet, actually. He hadn't had time to put them out. And he said, oh, we have these boxes, these 36-pack boxes. And I was like, really? You have booster boxes? And in fact, they did have booster boxes. There were 2. Some of them were pre-ordered, and so he set those aside. But they actually had 2 booster boxes that were unclaimed. And, the price on these is $129.99 at GameStop. And then I'm a pro member, and so that reduces it even further. And then I first rang up one, and it rang up even a little bit lower. I had my $5 monthly off coupon to use, so it reduced it by $5 more. And then I thought, it seemed to me pre-order pricing, or pricing for this, has been around MSRP. Like, it's been really hard to find booster boxes before release for less than like $150 or $160. And so I thought, wow, $130, I really probably should just buy both of them. And so he rang both of them up. And actually, he wasn't even sure what happened, but they gave me additional discounts. And so these 2 booster boxes, I got them for, I think, with tax, an average about $120 per booster box. One of them was like 106 or 108, and one of them was like 111, and then with tax, Yeah, but it's really crazy. So I felt really good leaving the store that I picked up 2 booster boxes from GameStop, which traditionally, in my experience, has not had booster boxes at all. The fact that they had some unclaimed on release day that I could just pick up for well below MSRP. And at this point, because I mean, in a traditional release, I would want to pay around $100 or $105 for a booster box of a new set. But with the way Surging Sparks has been going, I was sort of expecting to have to pay close to MSRP for a booster box, and the fact that GameStop had 2 of them, and then I got these mysterious discounts and ended up with 2 booster boxes for about $120 each feels really, really good. So this is the booster box from one of those GameStops. They had some other product. I visited a local card store that we have in the area and got some things there. I also visited a second GameStop. I'd like to have 2 copies of each of these pre-release. So I went to a different GameStop and I got a couple things there in order to get a second copy of that. I did put some orders in at Best Buy. You could do that online. So I have the Best Buy promos that are waiting for me. I need to go into the store and pick them up at some point in the next day or two. But I was able to pre-order some products, or, I guess the morning of, I ordered some products there just in order to get the promos. And I also did the same thing on the Pokemon Center website. So I do have some orders that are on their way where I need to go pick them up. But as far as today goes, we are going to open a full booster box of Surging Sparks. We are starting our Master Set Challenge. I have a couple booster boxes set aside for this. We're also going to open one each at least of the main series set products. The Elite Trainer box, we have the Pokemon Center ETB in hand. We also have, the 3-pack blisters, the single-pack blisters, maybe a booster bundle, maybe an art set. But I'm not going to go quite as whole hog as I have in the past. Again, with Temporal Forces, we opened an entire booster box case of Temporal Forces, 6 booster boxes. We scaled that back a bit with Twilight Masquerade. And then I think we learned with Stellar Crown and all 3 of these previous sets, really, that we don't need to open quite so much, at least when it comes to filling out kind of the low-hanging fruit cards, the commons, uncommons. And then, we'll probably just start looking at singles. But anyway, I've done a lot of talking just to kind of introduce the set of Surging Sparks. But we do want to get into opening these packs. So we do have 36 packs. Maybe I'll just slide this back kind of in view here. And yeah, I hope you're excited. We have opened a little bit of Surging Sparks. We opened 2 Build and Battle kits. We opened 2 Build and Battle kits. So we have opened 8 packs of this, and we put those cards into our master set. So we have kind of gotten a start. And I guess this is our opening. So, these are all cards we're going to need, right? These are cards that even the commons and uncommons, the trainers. So that's one nice thing about opening a set for the first time is, and we've got the 2 reverses, which again, we need all those. Hey, a hit in our very first pack, a Flamigo EX, a double rare. So that is great to have that. So we are going to see what we pull in this booster box. Again, I don't know pull rates. I know there's some videos. Should we do one side at a time? I know there's some videos like Danny Phantom, who I like. He has a pull rate video that I think just came out kind of on release day. They've opened over 2,000 packs. Our experience with past sets, recent past sets, is that, we're expecting maybe between 13 and 16 hits, counting A-Specs as hits. Dusk Ball, interesting. All right, all right, so even the hollows, again, we're going to need some of those. We do actually have the Skeledirge already from the previous, from the Build and Battle kits. But, yeah, so this set, past sets, we pull 13 to 16. Pretty, almost like clockwork, we tend to pull about 6 double rares per booster box. We pull probably 3 or 4 illustration rares, 3 or 4 ultra rares. And then really the big question mark with all of this is, can we pull either a special illustration rare or a hyper rare? The hyper rares, they're the gold cards. They're a little bit less exciting. Hey, Stunfisk. That's very cool. That is cool. I kind of like, there's a lot. I was looking at the card list just before I started recording, and an Iron Crown, we're going to need that. I was looking at the set list a little bit more. There's a lot of great cards in this set. I just think the art, I think the Pokemon that are represented are not maybe all the most exciting. I know Pikachu is really dominating, and the Latios and Latios are dominating this set. But there's a lot of cool, even the illustration rare level, those cards probably ultimately aren't going to be super valuable, the illustration rares. But I think they look really cool. There's a bunch of them that are going to be fun to pick up. That is an interesting, looks like a jackfruit kind of on steroids. And a Coridon. Oh, there's a Tropicos. Sorry, that is the reverse. And then the Tropicos regular. So yeah, this has been a highly anticipated set. It's kind of hard to know, like, I mean, with Pokemon in general, with any market of collectibles, like things are, you know, there's nothing like that. These cards aren't made of gold or anything. I mean, they're just like, these cards are, they're valuable because people think they're valuable. They're valuable because people want them. And, you know, the kind of FOMO and the hype of this set has been unlike any set in Scarlet and Violet so far, at least in my experience. I mean, 151 maybe to some degree has had that position, Gouging Fire. So, but yeah, I think just, yeah, the pre-release pricing on this set, the hype around it, and again, looking at the actual Pokemon, I mean, the cards are very cool. Many of them are cool. The actual Pokemon, I mean, there's some popular Pokemon in here, but not like, it didn't strike me that there's just so many popular Pokemon in this set. So we'll see over time, like if this set, you know, I think, you know, some people have said, is this, well, I don't know if people are saying, is this Evolving Skies 2.0, especially because now we know Prismatic Evolutions is going to be coming out in January, and that is like literally an EV focused. There, Palisand EX, our second double rare. We'll add that in. So, you know, literally there's going to be kind of like, even though it's a special set and not a main series set, the Prismatic Evolutions is probably going to be essentially Evolving Skies 2.0, and the hype on that set is already going a little crazy. And so we'll see with Surging Sparks, like, will this end up being a top tier set in the era? Or, you know, I've heard some people, could this turn into Vivid Voltage, which was a Pikachu-based set in Sword and Shield that in the end just had essentially the one good card, the Pikachu Rainbow, the Pikachu VMAX Rainbow Rare, and then everything else in that set has really fallen flat. So I have a hard time saying it's going to be quite that bad, because I think, again, there just are so many, with the illustration rares, there are just so many good. Dialga, that's cool. There are some great, like, just artworks in this set, but as far as, yeah, like, and I guess the Latias and Latias, I mean, we'll see. Right now, I did check pre-release price, or check day of pricing, and it's technically not pre-release anymore because the set is out, but definitely the Pikachu is for sure the chase card. I mean, it's a really, and it's in the $300 to $400 range right now, so it'd be great to pull it, but that price, I don't know, we'll see. The Greninja EX for Twilight has stayed above 300, and so, you know, maybe there's some staying power to some of these. I always like Xerneas. It's one of my favorite, I don't know if it's my favorite Pokemon, but the cards of Xerneas are always just so striking, I think. Just the, yeah, there's so many Xerneas cards. Maybe I need to start collecting Xerneas. But anyway, yeah, nothing here. All right, so we have 3 hits so far. We're maybe halfway through this, maybe not quite halfway through this first side of the booster box. We have the other side to go. Again, I would expect, you know, I would hope like 6 to 8 hits per side if they're evenly distributed. So we're at 3, which is probably about right. Hopefully we have maybe 3 or 4 more on this side of the box, and then the other side will move into that. But anyway, yeah, the Greninja EX from Twilight has stayed pretty strong. So we'll see. Maybe the Pikachu here will just like kind of stay up at that 300 plus range. Pasho Berry. Oh, hey, we got our first A-Spec card, Precious Dry. There's, I think, 8 A-Specs in this set, or there's a lot anyway. So there's an A-Spec. So we do need to pull those. The A-Specs are going to really be a function. The value of those cards will be a function of how useful they are in the TCG. It seems like, I mean, I love the A-Spec just as when they introduced that a few sets ago. You know, they're striking cards with that hot pink, and it's kind of fun to see them peeking out when you're opening a pack. But as far as value, there's very few of them that seem to have had much value at all. They're essentially bulk, ultra rare cards, and so so we'll see in this set. There's 8 of them. I do try to follow the TCG. I've talked about that on the channel in the past. I can play. I know how to play. I do not play competitively. I do like to follow it. I haven't ruled out ever playing competitively. There's an Eevee. That's fun. Vulpix and Tapu Lele. So, but I do try to follow it. I listen to the Tag Team podcast every week with Andrew Mahone and JW Krewall and Riley Holbert, and just to try to keep fingers on the pulse of the meta. And I don't know, I think with this set, it seems like it's kind of TBD, right? I mean, what cards are going to be useful? I feel like at first maybe there was some excitement, and then maybe more recently not quite sure, but I think people are maybe ready for a change in the meta, so we'll see what happens as far as what cards in this set turn out to have some playability. All right, so we've got 4 hits, and now let's see, we still have a handful of packs here on this side, so that's okay. And again, what we'll do is I'll open this booster box, and you'll get to see the opening here on the channel in this video, and then I'll do a video that we'll post later in the week where I go through and actually kind of run the numbers and tally up what we pulled and just show our hit rates and kind of what we're getting from our boxes. Of course, we're not doing anywhere near the volume that some channels do, but we are still just average collectors. We're average Joe collectors here. So we're just going to show you how we're doing, what we're learning. So if you'd like to see, PowerPoint type slides and hear me talk through some numbers, come back on Thursday. Today is just the fun of opening and seeing this new set for the first time. Again, we technically have opened 8 packs so far, or before this, but this is set release day that I'm recording this on. This will probably post on Monday after set release. So if you haven't had a chance to get out, pre-release pricing, there's a lot of FOMO for this set, and so pre-release pricing was pretty high. But as far as amount of cards in stores, we'll see if supply really is printed to demand. There's definitely a lot of demand, and certainly like the Pokemon Center exclusive ETB, that sells out like instantly when it's posted. You really have to be following. Oh, there we go. Let's go Valiant, another double rare. So we've pulled our 3 double rares. I'm expecting around 6 of those in the set. We've pulled 3 of the side. So we've pulled 1 illustration rare, no ultra rares, no hyper rares, no special illustration rares yet. So we'll see. Those are going to be hard to pull. I think in our experience, you pull 1 special illustration rare about every 2 booster boxes, although that was not, with Stellar Crown, we never pulled one. We opened over 135. I think we opened 135 packs on the channel. Did not pull a single hyper rare or special illustration rare for a Stellar Crown. The good news is that there's no super expensive chase cards except for kind of the Tropicos. So we are, we can kind of make up for it, but it was a little surprising not to pull either one of those. I guess we're just kind of some bad luck. So I'm hoping with Surging Sparks, I've seen some people post some good luck pulls and other people post some not so good luck pulls with Surging Sparks already. So we'll see. You'll see we're doing it on the channel, so you'll see what we pull. All right, it looks like 3 more packs after this on the first side of the booster box. We'll see how we're doing. A lot of these commons and uncommons are not like striking me a ton with their artwork, but again, I mentioned the illustration rares I've seen so far are pretty amazing. Rabska, but again, since this is our first like super major opening besides the 8 packs we opened previously, a lot of these cards can go into the master set, which is nice. We're going to need all the commons and uncommons and reverses and all the double rares and holo rares are all needed at this point, so this is not bad at all. We'll see how much progress we make on our master set. Again, we'll tally that up and talk about it on Thursday. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. When I went to the GameStop, the 2 GameStops I visited today, the day I'm recording, hey, Doug Trio, that's a fun one. I imagine probably not us going to end up being a super valuable one. I think Alolan Doug Trio is a fun... That's a fun... Yeah, there's definitely a few of the... That's a good one. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're at 6 hits, which is kind of on the low end of what I might expect for one side. Again, if we double this, it would be 12 hits for the box, which I'd like to see a little more. But again, it's not that the sides have to be even. So we'll see. We have 2 more packs on this side of the box. Can we pull... There we go. Can we pull... 1 more hit from these last 2 packs here, and then we'll go to the other side. So yeah, it seemed like when I was out and about today, I mean, the card shops are their own story. I mean, the card shop I visited, I knew they would have some, and they did. They're mostly a sports card shop, so they don't really, he's happy just to unload these things and not think a lot about it. But Toge Kiss. But as far as the GameStops, I felt like at Stellar Crown release, they didn't actually have a lot. It seemed like most of the stores really didn't get a lot of supply of Stellar Crown. And I thought Surging Sparks, from what they had out, I mean, I talked to both store folks, and especially the one store, they seemed to really have, I mean, both of them had booster boxes extra that were beyond the pre-orders, and then they had, booster bundles, 3-pack blisters. They didn't have the single-pack blisters, and I don't remember seeing those in the past at GameStop. I don't know why GameStop doesn't get those, but yeah, seemed like they both had quite a large supply, which, was encouraging. I mean, I was there, the first GameStop I was there basically at opening, the one where I bought the 2 booster boxes, and then the other GameStop. Hey, Pikachu, all right. It's just the regular double rare. You can see it's number 57. I know that the special illustration rare Pikachu is number 238, I think, or 237, in that kind of range. That gives me some idea. When I see it, I'll know it. But yeah, happy to pull a Pikachu. It is the Pikachu set. And I imagine that I haven't checked pricing on the double rare. Probably, of all double rares to pull, probably the one to pull. So that's pretty good. All right, we have made it through the first half of the booster box. And yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that would be on pace for 14 hits, which is what I would expect. We have no ultra rares yet. We do have 2 illustration rares, 4 double rares. So we're doing well on that count. No special illustration rares or hyper rares, so we don't expect those often, but we're hoping that there's at least one. Again, we did not pull a single one at Stellar Crown. I feel like we're kind of owed one, maybe. I know Pokemon probably doesn't see it that way, but it'd be great to pull one. Oh, Oricorio. Starting to see some doubles of the commons and uncommons, which is fine. It's expected, but hopefully we'll pull all the commons and uncommons in this first booster box. Maybe even all the regular rares. Sometimes we might call them the holo rares. So hopefully we'll pull all of these. And then, yeah, we'll have a good start on our double rares. And then it's just, again, we expect probably 3 to 4 illustration rares, 3 to 4 ultra rares. And then it's just like really the make or break for a lot of booster boxes is like, can you pull a special illustration rare? And if so, which one is kind of the next question, right? I mean, some of them are less valuable than others, or the hyper rare. There's a few sets. I mean, Stellar Crown's a good example where actually the second and third most valuable cards in Stellar Crown were just regular illustration rares. They were not special illustration rares. And so I think in this case, the expensive cards are going to be the SIRs. So we'll see, and especially the Pikachu. But I was saying earlier, the Pikachu Eternatus, that's cool. I don't think we've pulled that yet. Yeah, I think the, excuse me, I might be coming down with something. We'll see. Anyway, what was I saying? I can't even remember. I totally lost my train of thought, but I'm trying to say coherent things while opening these packs and focusing on the cards. Oh, that's cool. Is that a Tomokazu? Yeah, totally. So I like Tomokazu Kamiya as an artist. His stuff is very distinct. I sort of, I think first learned to notice him. Real Breaking Nate likes him as an artist, but his stuff is just so unique and different. And yeah, so I have a separate binder where I'm collecting Tomokazu cards. I have some of his older stuff. I haven't been super aggressive about trying to like backfill some of the things, but I definitely, any of the new stuff as we kind of experience it or pull it, happy to add that in. Rabska, all right, we'll put that off to the side. All right, so we are into our second half of the booster box. So yeah, as far as pre-release pricing, or I guess again, it's technically not pre-release now, but oh, there's another, the Morlul again. Yeah, the Pikachu is very strong, and then the Latias is the next one. That's also like a couple $100 card right now, and then there's I think 2 other cards right now. 4 cards are pricing. I always like the Ninetales, just like I kind of like Xerneas. I think Ninetales often has some really striking artwork. I like the Ninetales. Maybe again I don't really collect the cards. That's really cool, the coloration there. Yeah, there are some. I was saying earlier there's some common, I haven't noticed the commons and uncommons standing out, but Oh, Tatsugiri. Hey, 226. This is still probably in the ultra rare territory as far as like the type of card. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but I think this is ultra rare. I think the Tatsugiri is this one that people think might be a playable one. So we'll start our second row for our second half of the box, our first pull in that side. That is an ultra rare. So we kind of were due for an ultra rare. Yeah, we were kind of due for an ultra rare. We had not pulled an ultra rare yet in this box, and I would expect around 3. So, and what we have 2 illustration rares, so we'll see if we get more of those. Goldango is a cool one. Distinct anyway, Gimme Ghoul. And again, the reverses here, we're going to need those for the master set, so we'll... So yeah, it'll be fun. I mean, it's fun to open cards, of course, and you're looking for those hits, but then it's also fun to process the cards, to go through all those cards, sort out. Again, first, like, we'll need to fill our binder up with the stuff we need. I'll sort them out by type, and then we'll sort them out by... we'll sort them out by rarity, and then we'll sort them out by type, and see how full we can get our binder, and then the extra stuff, like I've said in the past, I have ways that I pass those along. I do some reselling locally. Whoops, something's sticking. There must be something there. A melodic. All right, that's a double rare. Again, we'd expect around 6 of those. I think we might even be, well, is that 5 now? We'll try to get these standing up. So, yeah, we'll see if, as far as the pricing goes, how the staying power of this set is. But like I said, I was really pleased. Yeah, the Execute, there's an Execute illustration rare that's kind of morbid, right? That missing the top of his head. Yeah, the stock seemed really solid at GameStop. I noticed, I did check just before I got on. Oh, and there we go, our second A-Spec card, Energy Search Pro. I have no idea which, if any, A-Spec is expected to be good in the meta. I mean, again, I'll learn that soon enough as I listen to my TCG podcasts, but yeah. Again, we're going to need those. Again, I think 8 of them. There's a lot of A-Specs in this set, so we'll want to pull those. Again, most of them probably, if past is any indication, are not going to be worth too much. They'll be able to be picked up as bulk cards probably pretty soon. So yeah, pre-release pricing is always high. If you don't know that, I mean, definitely don't buy singles in the first few weeks, and maybe even wait longer if you can. Unless, if a single's already down to $1, even if, oh, there's Morlo, that's good. We get the reverse variant of that. Yeah, but definitely hold off on buying singles if you're interested in building master sets. I mean, of course, if you need them for decks, then you kind of do what you have to do, but ideally, singles will come down. A lot of singles will come down pretty significantly in the first few weeks. So we'll see. I think this will be a fun set. I like Klefki a lot too. That's some great art behind it. I love the coloration. That's cool. Yeah, there are some commons and uncommons that are really catching my attention after all in this set. So that is pretty cool. And Couching Fire again. Starting to see some repeats of the regular rares, and so that's a good sign. Maybe we are getting saturation. I don't have the list in front of me, but we'll put it all together and tally things up for Thursday's video, so please check back. But yeah, how are you with Surging Sparks? I mean, there's clearly a lot of hype at the beginning here. Are you kind of buying the hype? Oh, I was saying that I did check booster box pricing before I jumped on here, and it is ticking down a little bit from pre-release highs. I mean, that it was like it was basically around MSRP, and it's dipped down to maybe around $150 here just on release day. So that's an indication. Again, obviously there's a lot more supply that's coming into the market now, and there's the Xerneas reverse. That's very cool. Nice Appleton. Yeah, there are just so many of such good art. I mean, the illustration rares kind of remind you of the trainer gallery cards from Sword and Shield and kind of how they present. All right, so we've got, I think, 3 illustration rares now. I would expect that we're probably tapping out there. We have just the 1 ultra rare, so... Oh, no, yeah, that's right. I think just the 1 ultra rare. So I would expect a couple more ultra rares. Oh, Snorlax, we have not seen that. That's very cool looking. Yeah, I really like that Snorlax. So yeah, maybe this set does really up and down. Maybe it has some good stuff, some fun cards to chase. Yeah, but we'll see if pricing, if the supply is solid and if the set maybe disappoints in some way, I don't know, or if pull rates are more difficult. I mean, we'll kind of see how the community reacts. And of course, with Prismatic Evolutions, I mean, a lot of the leaks and pre-releases and the products and things are kind of been coming out in these last few days. And so people are really, I mean, a lot of people are fired up for that. So maybe if you're kind of on a limited budget and you're going to save your cash for that set, that makes sense. Now that is a special set, so it's not going to have booster boxes. It's going to have ETBs and lots of other boxed products, but you can't buy single pack blisters and you can't buy booster boxes of that set. So that's just something to know. Eternatus. Oh, Tatsugiri. Did we pull? I don't think we pulled Tatsugiri as a double rare. I think this is maybe a playable one. Look at the top 10 cards of your deck. Well, it's more of a consistency one. All right. Yeah, it'll be fun to see, as the meta evolves with Surging Sparks. I think the Pikachu is actually expected to be... I don't know if this is the same. It would be the same, right? Yeah, so it basically can stave off for 1 whole turn if this would be knocked out, and it just goes down to 10. So, and then it's got you've got to discard all 3 energy, a 3 different energy attack for 300. I mean, I think that the fact that it can survive for 1 extra turn is a pretty big deal. That seems powerful to me as a non-expert on the TCG. All right. So thanks for hanging in. If you're still here watching, we are over half an hour, and I did talk a bit, I guess, at the beginning, but we have otherwise been plowing through these packs. So it's just 36 packs. So don't take for granted we get to open. So we're down to, I think, 5 packs left. So anyway, I'll tally things up. This is a fun set. It's a bigger set, so I think mastering it will be more challenging. Just by virtue of size. So it might take us a second booster box to find all the kind of commons, uncommons, regular rares, etc. Kind of the low-hanging fruit cards. So we'll see, and then we'll open. I do have plans for 1 more booster box, and then some of the products. Oh, that's cool. Is that Shinji? Yeah, this is the same illustrator as the Giratina alt art from Lost Origin. There are times when this artwork does feel a little bit like Tamakazu-esque. Chen Pao, I don't think we've seen the Chen Pao yet, so there we go. All right, so yeah, we have 4 packs left. Oh, and it looks like we have 1 of each. I don't know if it's designed that way. Archaludon, or however you say that, Latias and Latias. Pikachu and Alolan Executor. Why don't we'll put them in reverse order of maybe coolness. I don't know if Archaludon is that kind of the least cool, probably, if I'm saying that correctly. All right, thanks for following. Yeah, we are gonna see. We've got 4 more. I guess I can check in real quick. We have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 12 hits so far, so yeah, I don't know. It's maybe a little bit on the low end. I would expect at least 1 more hit in these last 4 packs. That'll bring us up to 13. Again, I think kind of 12 to 16 is our average, and so in that 14 range would be, I would hope at the lowest, 13 would be kind of disappointing, or 12 would be disappointing, but all right, here we go. All right. Oh, nice. Oh, yes. This is a special illustration rare. I'm almost certain. The Milotic special illustration rare. Look at that. 237. I am almost positive that this is the SIR Wow. Just as I'm saying, I'm going to set that aside. All right. Look at that. This is definitely one of the chase cards in this set. Maybe after the big two, the Latios and the Pikachu, I think this card is probably next. Nice. Wow, that really is awesome. And now I get all excited. I really hope I'm right. I'm pretty sure at 230, yeah, I'm almost positive this is the SIR. Well, there you go. We did not pull an SIR for Stellar Crown at all. So the fact that we pulled this, all right, that is exciting. That really, yeah, any SIR or Hyper Rare, but the SIR especially, that really like makes it. Well, look at that, Archaludon. I gave you a hard time as the least desirable pack art. There is egg on my face, no pun intended, as I'm opening Executor Execute. Yes, wow, that's awesome. That's exciting. Wow, look at that card. All right, we'll come, yeah. We got to put that, we'll put that right in the middle. There it is. There's our SIR. All right, 3 more packs. That is exciting. I look forward to getting off camera and just double checking that I'm right. But if I am right, that's exciting. If I'm not right, it's still an awesome pull. Maybe not quite as awesome. Apple, okay. All right, 2 packs left. We've got, I mean, the Latios and Latios, you know, that, you know, from Sun and Moon, maybe even the most valuable card in Sun and Moon is the tag team Latios and Latias card. Do not own that card. Did not start collecting in Sun and Moon. I started collecting early Sword and Shield, so there was some Sun and Moon kind of hanging around. I have some Sun and Moon stuff and packs and things, but I did not. And my sealed collection starts with Sword and Shield base, so I do not have Sun and Moon. So I don't have that, but so I'm not quite as worked up. I mean, they're cool. They're not like, I don't know. I'd have to, if I had to make a list of my favorites, I don't know what my favorite Pokemon would be. All right. And, okay, nothing there. All right, we are down to our last pack. I think it's all anticlimactic now because we did pull an SAR, which is really exciting. But hey, can we level up? I guess we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 13. 13 hits. That's kind of on the low end, actually. I mean, it's all made up for by this card here. It doesn't really matter, but it'd be great to pull something else. We will find out. And thank you for watching. Again, check back on Thursday for our Tally Thursday. We are going to tally up everything that we have here so you have a little better sense kind of numerically of how our first booster box was. I have other videos planned. We're going to do some other Master Set challenges. We're definitely going to be focusing on Surging Sparks for the month of November. We've got some check back every Monday for Master Set Monday videos where we're going to be opening more and we're going to be working on our Master Set. I did finally, the Vault-X binder was available for pre-order just the other day. So I don't have it yet. It is on the way. I'm so very excited about that. Once it arrives, we'll build up our Master Set as it should be. I like Mouse Hold. That's a good one. All right. First reverse. Second reverse, we got that Klefki. And the last card for today. Oh, got on that. Let it stick. Oh, hey, a Surfer Ultra Rare. Probably not a super valuable card, but it's a hit. Glad to have it. Thank you. Hello, Surfer. All right, there is our haul for today. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Check back soon for more videos. Have a good day.